What is going on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back here with another War Tower Omega video for you guys. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic weekend. And my goodness gracious, what the heck was that yesterday? That crazy Cell 8 with the with the Phoenix Force, and the it was nothing like we had speculated on the just speculating teams and stuff like that. So I do apologize if you guys were going off of my teams that I had pre-planned, but yeah, it was very, very difficult, and we definitely for sure had to bring up some of our Undying teams. Now, the purposes of this video is if you guys are interested, we're going to be basically pushing from 7 to 11, like the gas station. But with minimum war teams, we won't be investing in Winter Guard. There's not really going to be absolute A-Force either in terms of, other than Kahhori. We do use Kahhori, but we don't have the absolute A-Force built up. And yeah, other characters like Ares and whatever. But anyways, TLDR, if you have Brimstone unlocked and if you have Undying fairly built up like mine, then you'll be able to basically get from 7 to 11. And if you are, crafty enough to go through Cell 12, maybe you can build up Shadow Conclave, or you can use your Omen team, right, if you haven't built up. So we'll see how it goes. I'm still on the fence about it, but if I do decide to level these guys up, I'll let you guys know, and of course as well, I'll make a video on it. But other than that, let's quickly jump into the roster so you guys can kind of see what I used, and of course as well, this is more, I would say, kind of geared towards the mid the middle level players-ish, not the end game, because yeah, the end game, I think the guys like Desir and Mobile, they all have characters that are like level 110. We're gonna just strictly stick with level 105, so sort of kind of free to play friendly, especially given how crazy some of these freaking characters are that we are up against. Like, they're just insanity. Like gear tier 21, oh my goodness gracious, and just smashing us around like it's ragdolls. But anyways, let's jump into the roster here. All right, so again, trying to get the most out of the floors here. Free to play friendly-ish, and of course as well, like I said, trying to minimize the amount of spending, because yeah, we do have lots of new teams coming up here, especially the new arena team, and with Riot joining us next week, we do have to be very careful with our resources, right? And as well, I was not happy about putting resources into a very outdated war team, but they are very, very good. Where the heck are they? Are they at the bottom here? Where the heck are they? Did I miss the top here? Undying. Oh, here we are. Yeah, they are very, very good in war, and unfortunately we didn't have Hela to complete the piece, but you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it if you want to go further than Cell 8. There is an alternative team people were using, I think Phoenix Force instead, but my Phoenix Force is not built that high either, and I think they were having like level 110 G20s, all that good stuff. So yep, nope, it was out of the picture for me. But anyways, let's quickly jump back into the roster. So with the first cell, Cell 7, that's the Heroes. I don't have any footage for that because I was actually with my son yesterday and we were playing ball, and yeah, I was playing through it and I completely forgot to hit record. So that's my bad. That's my oopsies. But there is footage by my boy Rage. He gets it done. So I'm gonna link his video in the description so you guys have it there. So Cell 7 is gonna be missing. So I don't mean to lead anybody astray here, but having said that, I think if you're not going to do Cell 8 and you're going to do Cell 7, just shove your strongest characters in there, Odin, Xavier, whoever, and just, get it done there, if you don't plan on going further than that. We do use the Undying, like I said. You can see here the team power is 5.6 mil, and again, every character is level 105. G20 on the Zugs and G20 on the Apocalypse, and if at all possible, bring your Apocalypse to level 110. I think that's going to make it a little easier. I was really stubborn and I did not want to do it, but here we are. We did it, and unfortunately, yeah, the other thing is hopefully your guys' Kestro is higher than mine, because having her at 3 yellow, 1 red sucked. Absolutely sucked. So back to that whole 2-star thing, the 2-star yellow with our Angel. Yeah, he's going to suck real bad, because Kestro basically showed me just how bad characters are when they got low stars. So anyways, so she was fine, and then yeah, of course, good thing we have Scarlet Witch and we have Zombie Iron Man as well. At least they're full stars, so there's that going for us. I will also say that with regards to leveling, I didn't have to bring too much of my Undying guys up. I'm going to attach the full gameplay of it as well on from yesterday in the description as well. Yeah, I'm going to speed through the footage for this one because we've kind of gone through it already, and I don't need to do it again. Cell number 3 is going to be heroes again. So whatever you don't use in cell 1, bring in your other heavy hitters. I didn't use Odin or Xavier in the first one, so we're gonna use a combination of Odin and Xavier. Heck, I could have probably threw Blue Marvel in there as well, but we used Blue Marvel earlier, so that's why he's not in there. But use whoever's strong. If you decide to go spending past this cell 8 and you do decide to build up your Undying team, then of course as well you can use the heroes in the cell number 9. Keep in mind again, like I said, this specific one does require the Undying to be very built up, and it is, it probably, is it the best use of your gold right now? Is it the best use of your training resources? I mean, it's just Jeff the Land Shark shards, which can accumulate through time, through every 2 weeks, and of course as well the Awakened Ultimate and the Awakened Basic, which isn't like super game changing. So I'll leave that in your guys' hands. But yeah, again, my Jeff's not even built up. I like puzzles. I like solving puzzles, and I like doing it. And I actually really do want the Awakened materials here, because yeah, this one particularly gives 2 energy when he starts with it. So yeah, I think that's gonna be game changing, because that's not gonna be just restricted to war. It's gonna be in Cosmic Crucible. You're gonna be able to use him in future dark dimensions or something like that. So I thought that was handy, but that's just my 2 cents. So once you get through cell number 9, then number 10, we're going to use Nightstalkers plus Quasar and Kahh. This is a really good team because we had used something similar the last time we had ran cell 4, and I did find that this one was a bit easier. Unfortunately, I do have to use Thanos Endgame because I just assumed that I probably wasn't going to use him later on, because nobody was saying that the Annihilators worked on the last cell. So I said, you know what, screw it. I'll bring in Thanos Endgame, make it a little easier for myself. And you'll see there that it is fairly easy with all of them together, just because of the exposed. They get so much energy, and Blade and Oath basically just non-stop blind and ability block, like just back and forth. Yeah, you'll see that Jeff just has no chance there. And then yeah, the last and final of the cells for myself, at least for the gameplay side, is cell 11. We use Brimstone with Old Man Logan. So again, this is our biggest team, 8.5 mil, I think. So that's our biggest team, and again, everybody's level 105. There is quite a bit of G20s here because I used these guys in the Thunderstrike raids, so keep that in mind. And I also used, if you look at the purple ISO 8s here, I also used them in the blue Marvel run as well. Old Man Logan is clutch in a lot of these different situations, so it was a no-brainer. And of course as well, Daemon, for obvious reasons, the king of plug and play, and it is no different here. He makes short work of these guys, and hopefully you guys can see that. Other than that, that's the teams I use, and like I said, 2 war teams basically, plus Kahh and company, and you guys will be able to get the from cell 7 to 11. So let's quickly jump into the gameplay, and I can explain it. Again, apologies, I don't have cell number 7's footage, but like I said, I'm going to link my buddy Rage's description channel, in the description. Yeah, so for this one, again, I've already got the full gameplay of it. I'll also link that one if you guys want to watch it on slow-mo. But yeah, I did not want to regurgitate the same footage again. The importance here is the fact that you do not want to use a lot of the abilities until the next wave drops. So just trying to keep your sustain up. Try to make sure that nobody dies. We do double ISO 8 healers to give that sustain to the team, especially with how weak everybody is. We don't really have red stars on our Undying teams because we never really cared about them until now. And I did already have Scarlet Witch and Zuggs at 105. Scarlet Witch because my daughter, actually, she loves the character, so we pushed her up to 105 for her. And we had Zuggs for Xavier. So anyways, you want to take care of Shadow King first. He should be the first priority. And then once you take care of Shadow King, then it really doesn't matter. It just wherever the chips may fall. I've done this one like so many times where, yeah, every single time I ran into it, someone different was dying. So yeah, the RNG is going to definitely change up depending on who you target. And I think probably the most important thing is, like I said, is just take your time with it, build the cooldowns. Next wave drops, Apocalypse punches. You want to focus on Magneto first. At least that's what I found worked. And once you take care of him, a lot of that extra damage, and the pings will go away. And then you also want to take care of Omega Red as well, and save that Scarlet Witch ult, and save that Kestro ult. Yeah, it just gets all these bleeds, all these defense downs on it. And then, yeah, once you kind of take care of Magneto, go after Omega Red, because if he ults, it is game over. We do not have enough health on these guys to survive his ult, so definitely take out him next. If you don't, you're absolutely dead. And on top of that as well, you do also want to leave Nightcrawler last. He's kind of the weakest out of the three. Don't even go for him. If you bring his health under 50, then he does his little dumb speed bar fill, which I love. You know, I love it when he's on my team. I don't like it when he's not on my team. And then yeah, he brings a lot of the speed bonuses to the team as well, which is just absolutely annoying. But yeah, just take care of Omega Red, and then yeah, the rest will kind of handle itself. Phoenix isn't an issue either, because yeah, once everyone dies, she can't really revive. It's not Cosmic Crucible, so it's fine. She kind of just tickles. Out of the three Phoenix Force members, she is by far the easiest one to you know, not worry about. And then yeah, you can kind of just auto at the end. And I did make it here a few times at the end, but unfortunately, yeah, it's gonna take some RNG as well, because yeah, there was one time I think it was between Nightcrawler and my Scarlet Witch, and yeah, he killed her. So yeah, my Zugs had been finished off earlier on. So anyways, that is cell 8. We're also going to speed up the footage as well for cell number 9, just because we've got Xavier, we've got Odin. Yeah, I don't really know if there's really too much other than that. You can also run this one with 3-piece Fantastic Four plus Odin, and you can run it with Wolverine. Wolverine really bleeds the crap out of these guys. A lot of Alliance mates ran that combo. Other people have suggested that you can also do Quasar, but I like using Quasar for the next section. So again, just depends. Professor Xavier here is clutch because he cancels that speed. So yeah, having him here is probably ideal if you can. Like use Odin in the first section, and then use Xavier in this one if you can. That's what I would recommend. And then yeah, again, it's gonna take probably some luck, probably some RNG, but yeah, Wolverine's really clutch here. Actually, he bleeds a lot, so if you can bring Wolverine in, you're gonna find it that he just does so much damage to them. So you can do that up. And again, with this one, yeah, we just got lucky. We have, you know, we have Blue Marvel, so Blue Marvel can handle some of the heavy lifting for us as well. If you have Blue Marvel unlocked, yeah, piece him in here with Xavier, whatever, right? It's gonna make things a little easier for you guys, and hopefully you guys can see that here. Yeah, apologies again, I don't have the footage for cell number 7, but just, you know, take my word for it. It is doable with a lot of different teams. I think people ran Liberty, Absolute A-Force, and again, we used a combination of Blue Marvel and Liberty, and I forget, there was somebody else, I forget who, but yeah, it was a long day yesterday, and yeah, I don't even remember who I used, because, you know, by the time you get to cell 12, you can't go back and look at your characters anymore. You can only look at the restricted section of the next, you know, the next traits. So yeah, I'm trying to remember who it was, but I do not actually recall. I think it might have been some I think it might have actually been Deadpool or Wolverine. I forget who. It was somebody random. But anyways, so that's cell number 9. Now we're gonna jump into 10. This is a great one because we take advantage of the fact that we don't use Brimstone. If you use Brimstone here, they do actually make it quite easy. Now, before we begin, I do want to just showcase the fact that we did try to do Vigilante. I know I was talking to you guys earlier, pre-planning, whatever you want to call it, and I thought, hey, you know, Vigilante would be great here. You know, we have the 5-piece. We can wait till, you know, Sable gets to her turn, slows the ult, strips everything down, apply some negatives right to Jeff, and you know, we can throw a stun on him, right? Get some ability blocking going, you know. It turns out even if he's stunned, he still moves, so it really doesn't matter. But anyways, yeah, I thought it was fairly good. You know, we're hitting hard here and to get some damage in. But yeah, unfortunately, yeah, he just does way too much damage. When he takes one turn, he basically just annihilates the entire field, so it doesn't work. But I wanted to show you guys what I did try, and unfortunately, yeah, it was a miss. It sucks that I think, you know, if your characters are G21 and possibly 110, I think it might be doable. So just wanted to throw that out there in case you guys are looking for some extra, you know, theory crafting, or if you want to just try it out and maybe you can outdo mine. But yeah, no, I tried it a few times and I was kind of having a pretty fun time. Just, you know, like I said, I like tinkering around with puzzles, and at least this one's not unreasonable. Like the cell 8 with the Undying was just absolutely horse horse dung, right? Like, oh my gosh. But anyways, we'll jump in here with our kill wave. Quasar, Thanos, and the Kahhori. Again, Kahhori is there because she can hit twice. We also have Quasar here to cancel, cancel things out with his awakened ultimate as well. So that's kind of cool there. But yeah, see right here, Blade ults, applies the bleed, and this gives us so much cushion because everyone's just blinded. And then yeah, it's nice because every time we hit somebody that's exposed, we also get energy back. So watch this. We throw the special here, and then yeah, Thanos. I think it's Thanos' passive, right? He gives energy to the team when the exposed characters get attacked. And oops, sorry, whacking into my mic here. And then yeah, Kahhori I think applies the exposed. And yeah, so the two of them actually work tandem very, very well together. So just kind of FYI. And then yeah, like I said, Quasar, you could probably use a special if you want it. But yeah, we get lots of energy here. Everyone's blinded. You can really just take your time with this section here. So I feel like they were trying to be a little bit more gracious here, which is nice. I just wish they were more like that for cell number 8. Or even possibly if you guys are struggling with cell 7, right? If your characters aren't built and you don't have Odin or Xavier for cell 7, may very well be difficult as well. Although I have seen the footage, there's mercs are good against that node. Like I said, Wolverine bleeds. You just gotta play around with it. There is a lot of options for the hero side, so that's why I thought, oh crap, I forgot to do footage of it. I forgot about it, but it's fine. It's the first section. It's the first node. I think most people will find ways to get through it. And people are very smart. So anyways, once you get to this part where you drop the next wave again, you want to aim directly for Jeff when you can. I like Oath here because even though we can't target Jeff, she can still apply the massive damage to the board, which I think is really cool. Thanos Endgame, the reason why we have him here is so we can throw that massive cleanse. We can rip off that safeguard now. Unfortunately, like I said, we used him here, so we can't use him in the last node, but I just thought that, yeah, the cleanse was way too good. And of course, if they hit Thanos, he's also going to do his cleanse. So very, very good for this section here. Not a lot of characters that can take down Safeguard on their own without a whole team. So having him here really, really is awesome. And again, yeah, like I said, you just focus Jeff. I like the Nightstalkers because they crit so hard and they do so much damage when they crit, right? Like, it's absolutely bonkers how much damage they do. And again, yeah, her special is really good because it not only does damage, but it steals the 20% chunk of their health and just crits, like, boom. So, yeah, so Oath and Blade have my respect. I think people sometimes write them off because they were previous raid teams and, they've kind of been phased out a little bit. But, man, oh, man, there's a reason why we brought these guys up for our Xavier saga, and it really shines here. Just how good they are, right? And then other than that, that's kind of it. I'm going to speed the footage up here because I think you guys get it now. And just keep in mind, you can also use Brimstone if you have Winter Guard built up. This is a very easy node for the Brimstone. The Brimstone absolutely just cakes walk through these. I think there's already there's gameplay by I think Seer and I think everybody uses Brimstone here. Actually, I think I'm the only one that didn't use Brimstone because I don't have Winter Guard built up. But yeah, for anybody that has Winter Guard, you can just Brimstone this if you don't want to do some weird nifty combo. The reason why we don't, the reason why we save our Brimstone is so we can use it here. So yeah, I also love how when you use Daemon, he just opens up and just applies all these ability blocks. Hellcat here is also nice because she cancels out that speed from the Absolute. So yeah, just this node was basically designed for Brimstone, and I also feel like Winter Guard is a good one as well. But I think between Winter Guard and Brimstone, I feel like Brimstone's still the better choice here for this section. If you can save your Brimstone here, I think you're gonna probably have an easier time. Yeah, I've seen several times now, even in the last floor set. I think it was cell 5. I think Daemon, right? They did better than the Winter Guard, at least by himself, right? It's pretty amazing how as outdated as this old team is, like, they're still keeping up with the new boys, right? The new Winter Guard guys. But anyways, sorry. So as you guys can see here, you just want to get things going here. What I should have said earlier is you want to make sure Thanos does his thing so that he can release, and then you don't have to worry about his passive cleansing all our buffs later on in the safeguard. So right here, just force it. Once you force it, it's fine because Living Mummy, he still has his taunt. As long as he's got the revive once on there, he's going to keep his taunt on himself. We also have Elsa beside him because we don't want Old Man Logan or Daemon getting damaged. So having someone you don't really care about like Elsa is probably okay. You can also put her as a fortifier to kind of give her some extra cushion, but in this case, we don't really care about her. I think we had kind of a similar setup when we were doing Battle World Sentry boss fights, and we just put Elsa there because, yeah, she's obviously she's the oddball out. I didn't even use her in the Blue Marvel run. I used Old Man Logan instead of her. So yeah, I used Old Man Logan and Omega Red. So I guess I did sort of kind of build my Winter Guard up for that one because we had brought Omega Red previously for another Dark Dimension way back. Anyways, so yeah, what's important here is when the next wave drops, you want to make sure you focus on Quicksilver. Quicksilver is probably, in my opinion, just the most annoying one because he's fast, right? He's fast and he can't be slowed down. And you can throw the stun on him. That's why we do it. The stun will kind of partially slow him down a bit. And, of course, as well, remember, when you damage Quicksilver, he also summons Scarlet Witch, right? So this is good for us because every time we get a kill, Daemon is one step closer, right, to getting more energy. And on top of that, his speed bar fills on kill. So you want to make sure you can get the kills when you can. Throw the special here. That does a bit of a dent. Yeah, he summons. What else is there? Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh yeah, he also gives energy back to the Brimstone members when someone dies. So yeah, it's not just for Daemon, but he quarters back for the entire team. So hence why if you can get Scarlet Witch to drop, we can kill her, fill the speed bar, get some energy, everybody wins. And it's a fairly straightforward, I think, from a strategic standpoint. So hopefully that makes sense. And yeah, and eventually Elsa's gonna die. I mean, I'd be surprised if she doesn't die. But yeah, for sure. Once they do get here, and what I do here is I actually try to be careful here. What I'm hoping for here is you want to kill enough guys just so Daemon gets enough energy for his second bomb. And then yeah, if there's a Doom bot, keep him on the board or kill him. So then you get them speed bar, and then it's Daemon's turn. And then yeah, if he's by himself here, then yeah, you can throw the ult here. Watch this, boom, and then yeah, he double taps. Ability blocks. Yeah, there's not really much else to say other than that. So I think that's it. I think that's all I want to say about this section here, but hopefully it makes sense. Brimstone makes a pretty short work of it. Hopefully you guys are able to get through it as well if you guys are running if you guys are running my setup, or if you happen to pop by Desir's or some of the other great content creators. Make sure you guys do that up. And I think that's all I got for you guys. Hopefully helps you guys out. Like I said, that is 7 to 11 in a nutshell. Apologies again on the Cell 7 footage. You can check out my boy Rage. Like I said, he's always got videos of it. And I know we had a chat last night as well, and he was saying that yeah, he's not going to be building his Undying. And I said, hey man, hey, no, all good, man, all good. No worries at all. You got to focus on your roster. You got to focus on what works for you, right? And I recommend the same thing to you guys. Don't just force yourself to build a team for the sake of. Go through the pros and the cons. Does this help your account? Is it going to impede you later on? And then, of course, as well, like the outcome of it, right? Like how important are those awakened materials? How important are those shards to you? Because we do have Storm Tower, and we also have Surfer Breaker coming back, guys. So we also want to make sure our resources are ready to go for that. Other than that, guys, hopefully this video helps you guys out. Let me know in the comments below if you guys use something different, or you guys are going to be skipping through it or not doing it at all. Other than that, guys, always appreciate your time. Always appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one.